guys, for any of you that haven't been here before, welcome to the eBusiness Boss channel. My name's Nick and I'm a full-time Amazon seller, and today I'm going to show you how to create the perfect Amazon listing. And by that we are going to run through step by step where to put your keywords, how to set out and structure your listings so that they perform as best as possible. And yeah, I'm also going to show you some examples of some listings that from my perspective look really good, so you've got some good reference points to look at. So first things first, before you do anything, you'll need to create a master keyword spreadsheet. So I cover this in another video. I'll leave a link if you look above, and the video basically shows you step by step how you can make your own master keyword list. This list, basically, we are pulling all the keywords that are performing from your competitors into a spreadsheet. We're organizing it into, you'll see the 3 tabs along the bottom. Copper compression. This example I did was for some gloves that help people with arthritis, copper gloves, and this is just a brand name of a competitor. So yeah, competitor 1, 2 and 3. We've also got Magnet, which is another Helium 10 tool, which is going to be the tool I use today for this example. And yeah, the master keyword list tab is the tab we're in now. So you'll see I've created my list. Now you probably have maybe I think we've got about 18 here, but your actual master keyword list, you're probably going to be targeting up to 200 keywords. So you'll basically want maybe between 8 and 10 primary keywords, and for these they're coloured green, and you'll see I've graded them A. So these are the best keywords, and by best keywords you'll see me sort of explain how I determine this, how I evaluate these keywords, but basically they've got loads of search volume and we know that they're super relevant to the product that we're selling. So this is all data that I've pulled using Helium 10's Cerebro tool, and I've organised it into these spreadsheets. So once you've got your list of keywords that you want to target, like I say, you want to grade them. So A, anything in green, are ones that I basically want to prioritize. Any of the blue keywords, these are graded B. These are good keywords. They're not my best, but they're still very good. And C are keywords that I still want to go after, but aren't anything special. But I do still want to target them. So once you've got your keyword list, you'll basically want to select between sort of 6 and 10 primary keywords and organize your basically how you're going to fit them into your title and your bullet points. So basically there's a lot of evidence to suggest that Amazon bears a little bit more weight to keywords in your title and your bullet points. So also, if you're in the US, your search terms, which is an option you've got to fill out in the back end. So have a look at that as well. But basically, first things first, we want to put the best keywords in your title. So have a think which ones you'd want. Probably for us, if we were doing these compression gloves, we'd go for arthritis gloves, compression gloves for arthritis hands, and we'd build the title out so that it reads well to anyone looking at it. We'd fit as many keywords as we can into there, and then we'd put some into the bullet points just so that we know we've basically got our best keywords in the right place. So it's up to you how you organise that. Next up, we'll want to use a keyword processor. So the tool I'm going to show you today is called Helium 10, and it's a tool I use every single day. And to be honest, if you want to stay ahead in this game, you need to be using every single possible advantage. So yeah, that's why we use Helium 10. And I will leave a link in the description below so that you can grab yourself a free trial, and you can also use one of the coupons if you want to get on one of their paid plans. Either eBoss 10 will give you 10% off every single month, or eBoss 50 will give you 50% off your first month. So if you think you can cover everything in the first month, go for that. But let's show you how I use it. So Frankenstein, this is their keyword processor. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to try and sort of not spend too long on each of these parts, just show you what you need to think about, what you need to do, and then we can get on with the video. So let's grab some keywords. So because I'm just going to show you how this works now. Usually you'd grab all of your 100 keywords, 200 keywords, however many you've got on your master list, and you would copy them, and then we just want to paste into Frankenstein. So the whole point of this is that what we want to do is remove any duplicate keywords. So once you've got your best keywords in the titles, so you've kept your exact phrases the same, we just want to then basically have a list of keywords that we know we want to include. So from this point, we'd click process, and you can see there from all of these phrases, these are all of the individual words that are included in that list. So you can see why using a keyword processor like Frankenstein with Helium 10 is actually really powerful. If you've got 500, 600 keywords, you need to make the most of your space in your Amazon listings. So this could be really useful to use in the back end, but mainly what we do from this point is, so we would copy, and then we would use a tool called Scribbles, which I'll go into shortly, and basically we'd paste them all in Scribbles, and then as we're writing out our listing, Scribbles just tells us if we've used every keyword, how many times we've used it. But yeah, this keyword processor will basically remove any duplicates, which is what we want. We want to know that we've got every single keyword that we want to rank for in Amazon, in our Amazon listing, at least once. So Frankenstein, if you're building out your listing, put all the keywords you want to go after in there, process it, remove any duplicates. So another amazing tool that's actually comes with Helium 10. Let me go and grab our best keywords. So master keyword list. These are the ones, actually we'll just go for all of this. Pretend these are all grade A keywords. Now, there's another tool called Misspellinator. So a lot of people have Helium 10 but don't actually know how to use this, and it's one of the best tools in my opinion, because it can give you literally a few steps ahead of your competition when it comes to keyword optimization. So paste your keywords in, and what this is going to do is it's basically going to find words that people quite often misspell and that Amazon don't autocorrect automatically. So we'll select all of those, find misspellings, and yeah, you can see it's Misspellinator has started. So this is useful because this is basically what we do is we find our best keywords and we'll run them through Misspellinator, and then we will find the ones that are misspelled but Amazon doesn't autocorrect. So if you're ranking for the keywords that people are putting in quite often because they're mistyping it, but Amazon aren't autocorrecting it, well, there's only going to be a few people that are actually ranking for those keywords. So the more keywords you can rank for, the more sales you're going to make. So what we'd usually do, because misspellings are quite, you know, they'll be, well, the words won't be spelled properly, we'd usually put this in our back end, where you can see why that would make sense, because no one's going to see it, but you're going to be able to rank for it. So yeah, let's have a look. So you'll see here, the original word here is copper. Here are a load of the sort of misspellings. So the most popular way of misspelling it is people would write copper, but like that. So Amazon autocorrects it, so we're not bothered about that. It's selected for fit. 10% of people misspell it fot. Amazon don't autocorrect it, so you'll see it's already selected that. And we'll go through, it will normally select all of them, and yeah, 3.8%. So any of these I would look at if I've got space. Amazon, they don't autocorrect it. Actually, sorry, no, they don't check anything under 5%, so just keep going. This is a good one, compression, so 5.7%, and Amazon don't basically autocorrect that, so we've got that selected. We'd add that into the back end. Hands, a lot of people, 13% of misspellings spell it like that. I mean, that's hands, I can't even say that. Amazon don't autocorrect it, so yes, we would want that in the back end. Same as this. Glove, 40% gov. I mean, yeah, and they don't autocorrect it again, but you can see the point. So once you've got all of these really, really valuable misspellings, you can just copy them basically and put them into your back end so that you're ranking for keywords that are very relevant to your product, but Amazon's not auto-correcting, but people misspell. So why wouldn't you do that? I think it's a really good idea. Okay, Scribbles. So this is a great tool once you've got all the keywords you want and you're like, okay, how am I going to fit these all into my listings? So I'm going to show you what we do here. So let's pretend that these keywords are the ones that we want to go after. They're definitely not, but I'm just going to show you guys for this example. So you add all your phrases in, as you can see, just copy and paste, and you can start writing out your listings in here. So obviously you'd format this differently. You'd probably put your brand name at the start, and you could just go through, and obviously this is going to take you some time, but you can go through and just fill out everything that you'd want to include. So this is what's going to take you the time. You're going to fill out your listings, you're going to write them all in here, and once you've done that, you can use Scribbles to check that you've included all of your keywords, and it basically just makes everything much more efficient and much easier. So I'm not literally going to go through all of this because, as you can see, it's taking me ages, but you can do the same with your search terms, so that you can double check basically where everything is and how many times you've also used it, because you don't want to sort of cannibalize keywords. You don't want to use them too much. So once you've filled out all of your listing, you can click apply, and you'll see it will basically show you which keywords you've used, the ones that you've used a lot, and yeah, it's just a really helpful tool to basically double check and make your whole sort of listing writing process a lot quicker. So definitely a great part of Helium 10. It makes everything much more efficient. So yeah, you'd have to have a play around with it, and yeah, it is just makes everything a lot easier. So use Scribbles. And the next sort of thing probably to talk about is copywriting. So this is a skill, and I'd say because your Amazon listings are basically the front page of your business and your products, if you're not good at writing listings, then maybe think about outsourcing that to a professional copywriter if you've got the budget. So by copywriting, I'm just talking about the words that are basically selling your products and your brand and your listings. So yeah, within there, what you're wanting to do, what we quite like to do in our bullet points, is you can put things in bold at the start to capture people's attention. You can also add in sort of different symbols, but the main thing you want to do is, for anyone looking at your listing, you want to dismiss any concerns they might have about your product. So I can show you another really useful way to look for any concerns people might have even before they bought your product. So yeah, we want to dismiss any concerns. We want to narrate our brand story and tell people what our brand's about, why they should buy our product. It's your chance to sell. So sell your story, sell your unique selling proposition. If your product's got a particular feature that's better than the competition, tell them about it. Really draw their attention to it. So yeah, I'll talk about basically the brand messaging a little bit more towards the end. We're nearly there. A couple more bits to run through. So next thing I'll talk about is images. So first and foremost, you want a nice big image for your main image, and you want this to take up as much of the thumbnail as possible, so that when anyone's scanning through Amazon.com, your thumbnail picture stands out above everybody else's. So use interesting colours. Obviously it's got to be your product, but get a render created of your product. Find a good designer. If any of you want advice for maybe a potential designer to use, get in touch and I'll be able to refer someone on to you. But yeah, take time over your first listing, because it is the first thing your customer will see. The next images, so you'll have probably 6 images in total. The rest of your images you'll want to be thinking about using social proof, cross-selling, and showing your product in use. So I've actually found some really decent examples of, I mean, you can see here, this is a brand store. I think they're doing quite a good job, but I think they could actually be doing a little bit better on their listings. But yeah, you'll see here, for example, this is a really big sort of thumbnail. It looks to me like a render, so a computer generated image, and to show the product in its perfect form. So if you're scanning past this, you're basically going to, it's going to catch your eye. But to me, these images, I mean, that's just back of the tub. Okay, nutrition facts, that's, you know, really they could be doing a lot more with this space, which if this is your brand, yeah, I'd be excited because there's much more that you can do. This is another Helium 10 tool just to show you how their sales rank has fluctuated and their level of price. But yeah, let me show you an example of a slightly better listing. They're another big dog in the Amazon world. Anchor, I'm sure you've heard of them. Really nice example of a brand store. So yeah, I would recommend all of you creating a brand store. If you've got more than 3-4 products, you can do it. Yeah, and it's just worth doing because you just sell the brand story. But if you have a look at this image, so you've got to be on a white background. So when you've got a white plug like this, it makes life a little bit difficult, but I think they've done a good job. They've made it pretty big, could be bigger, but you'll see the images. They're getting across and dismissing concerns people might have. So everybody's time is precious. Anchor here are basically saying they've got exclusive technologies to ensure full speed charging, so your phone's going to be charged nice and quick. And if you want a phone charger, that's probably a concern of yours. You want something that's just going to charge it nice and quickly, and exclusive technology, I think they've done well with that. Ultra portable, so another, you know, selling feature of this particular plug. You know, it folds out and you can carry it around in your bag, so that's going to appeal to people. Universal compatibility, again, they're showing the products alongside a selection of other products, and yeah, you'll see they've done the same again. Incredibly durable. I like how the plug here is basically smashing the floor. They've got some of the other, you know, unique selling points: drop protection, scratch resistance, smudge proof. So yeah, they've done a really good job. And here again, they pulled the product apart. Advanced safety, you get the point. Another photo here of the product in use. So use your listing wisely because it is your chance to yeah, tell your story and sell your product. If not, they might click off and go and buy someone else's, and you don't want that. So yeah, another part I want to talk to you about is it's with this particular product here. So as I said, in copywriting, so in your bullet points, your title, mainly your bullet points and description, and your images, it is your chance to really sell the product. So if I was thinking about selling this product, how can I find some of the common complaints that maybe customers have about this particular product? So if I want to launch some protein powder, what could I think about? Well, as you'll see over here, I've got a tool. This is Helium 10's Chrome extension. All we'd want to do is click Review Downloader, select, so I want to see all the 1, 2 and 3 star reviews. Click Extract. We only want verified purchases. Take it back to however long you want in the dates, because yeah, just to speed this up, this is one I've done earlier. So you'll see I've pulled all the 1, 2 and 3 star reviews. And why is this important? Well, this will help you design and implement a marketing strategy. So you'll see here, you can see all the reviews, and then there's a tab that says Analysis. So basically this is golden because it tells you reoccurring complaints that maybe people have about your product. So yeah, let's have a little look through what things are being said often. So we've got way too sweet. So immediately we could create something that isn't too sweet but still tastes nice, and we could make that one of our selling points. If a lot of these negative reviews are saying that, maybe people have some concerns. Let's have a look. Didn't mix. So again, we could really sell the fact that the protein powder we've created mixes very, very easily. We could, you know, use that. We could use it in our listing. We could use it on an image, maybe an image of someone pouring the protein powder into your protein shaker, saying mixes easily. So yeah, you can sort of see the point. Clumps maybe are bad, so that's something that's coming up. The price was in a shaker. Other brands I've had an issue with. So yeah, it mixes well, but really, really sweet. So you can see, you can get the idea. There's some reoccurring issues that if we wanted to sell a better product, we could address. And yeah, this is a free Chrome extension. I'll leave a link to that as well, so you can grab that. And yeah, if you're analysing your competitors' more critical reviews, I can guarantee it's going to give you more information than basically anywhere else you can go about how you can build out a better product solution, which will help you dominate, I'm sure. So yeah, these were two really good examples. I mean, Anchor, they're a huge company. Another company I really like the look of on Amazon.com is they're called Old School, and I think they do their brand messaging really well. Another thing I'd think about is, you know, if you're going to work with influencers, or if you've got any pictures of customers that are using your product that would be happy maybe to do a picture with the product, you can repurpose any images like that, use them on your listing, just to give people a bit more sort of peace of mind to say that, oh look, other people have been using this product, they found it good, so why don't I at least give it a go? Yeah, so that would be how we would go about creating the perfect listing. Obviously, I can only really touch on each of the topics, so if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below. Yeah, and if you want to know how to build out your master keyword list, check out the other video we've done. I left a link to it at the beginning, and I'll leave one in the description. And yeah, like I say, Helium 10, this is what we use to create our listings. So if you haven't got it, I would recommend at least trying it out, because it speeds everything up, and for us it's a worthy investment. Yeah, so if you want a discount on one of the pay plans, you can use eBoss10 to get 10% off every month, or you can use eBoss50 to get 50% off your first month. So if you had just some work to do, why not get the first month half price, and then you can cancel it if you want. So there will be affiliate codes. We will make a commission if you go ahead and use either of those. It doesn't make it cost more for you or anything like that. It just helps us fund and keep these useful videos coming, basically. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So if you thought this was rubbish, just let me know. Always willing to take feedback on board. And yeah, it's what we're here for. So if you've got any questions or anything you're struggling with on Amazon, drop us a comment and we'll see if we can help you out. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you haven't done already and you like this sort of content, subscribe to the eBusiness Boss channel. And if you found this video useful, give it a like. Thanks for watching, guys.